there's one particular quote from a YouTuber that I would like to use here to describe this matchup. And if I may channel my inner Irishman, I would like to say, speed is key! Hello Internet, I'm your only mate, and it's time for another death battle. This time we have Wally West Flash versus Archie Sonic. Boy, I do not envy whoever had to research this. Now, as I should say with all reaction videos, please click the link in the description below, go watch the actual episode itself, whether it be on the Rooster Teeth site or the YouTube release, before mine or anyone else's reactions. Don't be a dick, support the official release. Okay. How do I know these characters? Well, when I was a wee little child, I did watch some of the Justice League cartoon. I don't remember a whole lot of it. I mostly just remember that The Flash was my favorite. I actually found out that it was Wally West, not Barry Allen in that show, so hey, awesome. And I've pretty much spent my life just playing, like, Sonic games or even watching some of the cartoons with my older brother. So, fairly attached to the blue blur. Although this isn't video game or cartoon Sonic. No, this is from the Archie Comics, and from what I've been finding out about him, oh my god. What the fuck? The stuff in the Archie Comics is some of the most ridiculously overpowered bullshit stuff I've ever heard. But, as I've learned many times from Death Battle, DC is bullshit. So, I'm still quite torn on who I think wins. In fact, I even put out, well, as I usually do with Death Battles, whose side are you on poll? And, well, as I'm putting on screen here, views on that were about as split as a pair of tights on an overweight contortionist. So, yeah, I mean, I have heard a whole bunch of things, like, for example, Death Battle viewers might remember that thing that kind of killed Goku in the first Goku vs. Superman episode. Guess who taught Superman that? It was Wally. So we're gonna see the return of the Infinite Mass Punch. He's faster than Barry Allen, who we've seen in Death Battle before. And there's like all the bullcrap like Speed Force stuff, but Sonic has a few bullshit things himself, like the Chaos Force, the 1 billionth ring aura, which I hear just protects him, and because of that, plus him being an embodiment of chaos itself, fate kind of just makes it so that he'll win. I'm still really torn on this matchup. And, you know what? I'm just gonna go into the analysis because I don't want to go on for too long. Just gonna load up the freaking episode here. Oh boy, nearly a 20-minute long episode. Oh, and I have seen the preview on Death Battle Cast, so I know, like, more or less what happens in the beginning of the animation. But that's about it. Anyway. Play. Do. I heard a grunt there.
It's the ultimate sensation on the human body. And today we're pitting together two of the fastest characters out there.
With these speed is far more than simply moving fast. Wally West, the fastest
with them,
DC Comics.
it's ridiculous.
And Sonic from Archie Comics, the most supersonic Sonic of all the Sonics. He's
like that.
Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Oh boy.
The year was 1985, and the multiverse was in crisis. Infinite.
I mean, isn't it always in comics?
Annihilation.
But one man could save the day by running really, really, really fast. The Flash.
Of course.
Everything and
Although I didn't hear the music.
Sacrificed his life.
Oh.
But the Flash wasn't all gone. Barry had a sidekick. You might say a protege.
Protege.
Wally West.
Despite the
I actually didn't know this bit.
Coincidences Barry needed to gain his
I mean, I heard him
many others have
brought up as
possessed
Kid
the
Flash
power of the
before.
Speedster. But for Wally, his own coincidence is unparalleled.
Let's see. President of the Flash fan club, nephew to Flash's
Okay.
girlfriend who introduced him, visited
Okay.
while Flash had a chemical lab set up exactly like it was when he got his powers. Then,
What?
Just like Barry, Wally got struck by lightning that knocked him into the chemicals and boom.
Okay then.
I would say this kid was super lucky, but he did get struck by lightning.
The true reason? Because Speed Force, a dimension.
Oh, I didn't even mention,
kinetic energy
super speed is
all
my favorite
Flash's
superpower.
powers are From.
And the DC writer's favorite scapegoat for retcons.
With his newfound ability,
I mean, that's not
Barry's
wrong.
crime-fighting heroics as Kid Flash. Strong of head and light of heart, he was more than a sidekick. He was a surrogate son.
So when Barry
Aw.
went poof, naturally Wally stepped up to be the next Crimson Comet himself.
As the Flash, stop doing that. Wally obviously possesses incredible speed, easily surpassing that of light. He can run non-stop.
Yeah, that's
for
an understatement.
days.
Forget running. This guy looks at reality and spits in its face before giving it a swirly.
Wally can manipulate each and every one of his molecules to, for instance, survive the inside of a black hole. Barry even once regenerated from a cloud of gas.
I bet he never has any trouble with
How does
NARBs.
that work?
Narbs?
No apparent reason, boners? Devious. Always popping up where you least expect them.
Wally can create tornadoes, toss lightning, and heal from deadly blows. These techniques are rooted in scientific theory and often require a mathematical mindset. For example, by vibrating his body at very precise frequencies, he can turn invisible, phase through objects, tear things apart while phasing through them, and even enter fourth-dimensional space.
So you're saying he'd never be able to do any of this if he was dumb?
Well, that's exactly what I decided to find out when I laced your beer with cosmic kinetic energy. It'll kick in later.
What?
With a touch,
That might be a mistake, Wiz, but
specifically,
could be
it can take a
entertaining.
person's kinetic energy.
Okay, this is like the main thing that might
Even
that has me thinking he might win.
Even from those who are not linked to the Speed Force, like Superman.
And his infinite mass punch can knock you across
And there it
the
is.
whole planet.
Applying the laws of relativity, as Wally's fist approaches light speed, its mass technically grows to an infinite degree, striking with kinetic energy equivalent to a white dwarf star, or about 2.6 octillion tons of force. In fact, increasing the vibrational speed even further could break the universe.
The biggest nuke ever tested was 50 megatons. One punch from Wally is like 40 million of those.
Even more wild, Wally can change his vibration frequencies to affect alien energies that do not exist in his own reality.
What?
Wally helped take out these aliens called quantum mechanics.
Beings far beyond any physical.
Why do I feel like that's gonna mess up the Chaos Force?
Physics.
So, like a prism, Wally changed Superman's heat vision into super space magic to blast them all.
The
All
fuck?
this is absolutely insane to contemplate, but it is important to remember that Wally is somehow still human.
And a huge dork, but a fun one, not like Wiz over here. I mean, he got married and has kids, so...
Boomstick, I'm married.
What?
What?
My work. And Wally's family became sort of a cosmic lightning rod rooting him to reality when
Okay,
he
then.
time travels. Right? Boomstick, he can time travel. Isn't that fascinating?
I feel like you're trying to give me the runaround. Speaking of which, that's how he time travels, by running.
Should Wally become unmoored, he can outrun the Speed Force itself. Even running
How
to
does
the
that
end of
work?
reality where the concept of death no longer
Oh,
exists.
I have heard about this
He
feat.
beat these gambler gods in a race across the universe, and they could teleport.
To win, Wally achieved
Oh,
trans-time
I
velocity.
did
in
hear a
less
little
than
bit more
1
context
minute
about this
flight
feat.
time, which is so infinitesimal, it is the absolute edge of measurable time itself. He was so fast, reality does not have any means to calculate or even comprehend his speed.
Didn't he do that by absorbing the kinetic energy of everyone on Earth, though? I did need to use it.
Come on, man! Look at everything you can do!
Until one day, Barry returned.
Because Speed Force.
To determine the
best explanation ever.
Wally and Barry raced each other. This simple contest nearly tore apart the entire multiverse.
But
oh,
shit.
Even with those unimaginable feats, Wally's greatest challenge was proving his worth to himself.
He's not just another Flash, he's the fastest being in the multiverse.
Dude, as soon as you finish your drink, turn yourself in. Got me again, Flash.
Alright, let's see what Archie Sonic has.
Many, many years from now, Earth will be no more.
Yep, because these hentai aliens are gonna drop a bomb that kills everyone and transforms all the animals into furries.
Welcome to Mobius.
Is that why Sonic people are animals?
Hedgehog, leader of a gorilla anthropomorphic freedom-fighting group at
I actually never knew that.
Cybernetic Empire of Ivo Robotnik, aka Dr. Eggman.
So, yeah, comic book Sonic is a little different from the video game.
That's an understatement, why I'm looking forward to reactions.
And male pattern baldness, Sonic became a super skilled fighter, and he wasn't doing it for nothing. Robotnik had turned his entire family into robot slaves.
Wait, what?
Sonic is fast as always, but in this timeline,
didn't know that.
Fast takes on new meaning. He's quick enough to create tornadoes, cause after images, turn invisible, phase through objects, and boost past.
Okay, he can do that too.
He can dodge lightning and even move in between the raindrops of a downpour.
Look at this! He grabbed water.
I remember this from Death Battle Cast.
A lot of zeros in a millisecond. He can run around the entire cosmic interstate in less than a day, and that's a highway that cuts through the multiverse. How does he get that an all chili dog diet? I mean, they give me the runs, but not that way.
He could reverse a black hole generator with his momentum alone.
Oh, I remember this from the Death Battle Cast as well.
849,000 light years away.
And he was asleep.
It is so impressive that he can even move through stopped time. Let me repeat that. Time was frozen, and he could still
basically
there is
fuck
no
you physics.
Of measuring such impossibility. In the words of the comic itself, Sonic's speed is incalculable.
I know the Archie Sonic.
Both their speeds are incalculable.
Really weird, but that's just crazy.
You call it crazy. I call it chaos.
Just like my conception. I'm told.
The hell is that?
I mean chaos as in the Chaos Force. An
Anyway.
Dimensional field of infinite and omnipotent energy. This chaos takes physical form on Mobius in the shape of magical power rings and perfectly hewn emeralds.
And Sonic loves collecting those rings. By the time he'd scooped up 1 billion of them, the gods were so
yeah, the billionth ring aura.
Records and gave him a permanent force field that makes him way tougher than anybody else.
Along with shielding his spirit and mind. But that's not all. By gathering a large amount of chaos energy, he can transform into the almighty golden.
And unlike the games, that can last as long as he wants.
Supersonic possesses incredible power.
At least from what I hear.
Chaos energy for defensive barriers and beams capable of shattering moons.
Somehow, he's even faster than before, and he's totally invincible. Like when he fought the demigod Impossible Power Drink, Enerjack. This guy could rip people apart molecule by molecule. But no dice with Supersonic.
Like the video game, Sonic's superforms have a time limit, and now this limit can even be cut short through overuse of power. However, he battled Enerjack from day into night, so it must be able to naturally last much longer than the games, potentially over an hour.
But that's not even his final form. If he's got something as good as a Super Emerald around, he can go Ultra.
I've heard some stuff about Ultra.
Sonic's abilities and then some. Specifically, he can tap into the raw magic of chaos.
Yeah, there's a bunch of wizards running around Archie Sonic Land. Like this mammoth mogul guy. Turns out they're all using the same chaos force.
Ultrasonic can manipulate matter at an atomic level, changing its fundamental makeup.
Turning air to water, moving rocks around, opening portals across space-time, that kind of stuff. But while he's never changed other living beings before, it's not totally out of the question. Right, dummy?
You're correct, Boomstick. Although Ultrasonic is not as proficient, this ugly monster wizard uses the same chaos magic, and he changed a partial robot rabbit into a full regular rabbit, a sentence so absurd, It likely damaged my internal
I
processors.
remember her from the cartoon!
It was never great. I took it from a refrigerator. Ultrasonic has altered his own body to better traverse difficult terrain. With all this in mind, he could theoretically be able to change the molecular makeup of others too. Just like this.
Ow.
But
What?
if changing molecules
I love that
is
just-
crazy
ow.
enough, we need to talk about something even crazier.
Chaos itself. Chaos magic is typically used for one of three
Jesus
things:
Christ.
increasing physical ability, providing lost knowledge, and granting wishes.
Like a freaking genie.
Oh yeah, Amy's thing.
Reverse brainwashing, turn back time, revive the dead, and even rewrote all reality in his whole multiverse with a Kamehameha Chaos Beam. Okay, if he can literally just wish his problems away, you'd think he'd have way less trouble dealing with a fat ginger named after breakfast food.
Honestly, he rarely did, but Sonic's a glutton for adventure and action. So over the years, he and the Good Doctor formed an unhealthy codependent relationship.
Just like us. Life's not the same without his oval-shaped...
You know, it makes sense.
So they're back at it every chance they get. Come on, guys, just get a room already.
But after being defeated
Let's not go
so
there.
many times, both Eggman and Mogul independently came to the same conclusion. By collecting so many rings and emeralds over the years, Sonic has become a literal embodiment of chaos itself. As in, he's a variable that cannot be accounted for, a wrench in the cogs of reality. Without him even realizing it, fate bends to him.
You know you're
Yeah,
a
that's,
powerful chaos wizard
the fuck?
out there decides the only way to beat you is to just wait until you die of old age.
It's ridiculous. It's absurd.
What?
It's unexplainable.
It's Sonic the freaking Hedgehog.
Ooh, I like to hang, but I got a juice.
But... Oh god, those analysis did not help. I don't know. Okay. I'll be honest, if there's anything that makes me think Wally is gonna win, it's just the stealing speed thing. Like, in theory, he could just keep doing it and doing it and doing it to Sonic. Well, okay, I should specify I heard that Sonic can either resist it or get his speed back if it's stolen. But, yeah, like I was saying, Wally could just keep doing it and doing it and doing it, like, over and over and over. And, take it to absurdity. Like, it's not already absurd. I'll admit, out of the two, I kind of want Sonic to win. Because, one, I'm just more familiar with Sonic as a character. And also, I have to admit, I also would like to see a DC character lose to a character that's not from Marvel. Because I know, like, a lot of people are getting tired of that and whatnot, so... maybe this will be the thing. Okay, you know what? Because I'm just so torn, I'm gonna predict that Wally is gonna win. Just off the basis DC is bullshit. And I hope that Sonic wins. So, hey, if Wally wins, then I called it right. But if Sonic wins, then yay, the character I would have liked to see won. So, either way, I'm good. Oh boy, this is... oh, Jesus Christ. I just looked how long is left in the episode. It's going to be one hell of an explanation as to whoever wins. Alright. Play. Alright, the command's are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Oh boy. Got a piece of paper stuck on my toe. There we are.
You really think you can outrun what? I'm the fastest man alive. Oh yeah, cherry flavored chump?
He's the fastest thing alive. There we are. I like how they're fighting on like that cosmic highway thing from the Archie Comics. And of course the chili dog comes into it.
Too slow?
Wally, for your sake, I hope you don't die too horribly after saying that.
Don't mess with the hog's dogs.
I do love that line. Don't mess with the hog's dog. Okay, from here on, it's more or less 100% blind. Jesus!
Say, Uncle! Flash fact! I'm out of your league. Whoa.
Oh, he stole his speed.
Thanks for the speed! Huh? A super emerald? I'll show you.
Oh, you're going straight to Ultra?
Surprise!
Oh no, he's starting at Super, okay. Jesus! Oh, Christ! Hey, they're in a special stage! That's awesome! Okay, now he's an Ultra. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Is it one of Flash's villains, like, some ice dude? I like how he's just waiting for him to come on the other side. Alright, Sonic, you can phase 2. Jesus Christ, we're back at this city. And back at the special stage.
Nice try, but I'm invincible when I'm like this. You've mastered speed, but I've mastered fate, and I wish you gone forever.
This isn't gonna work, is it?
Chaos control. Linda, Di, Iris, help me now.
Yep, this isn't gonna work. I don't know what's happening, but I'm guessing...
Huh?
I'm guessing Wally won? Or is about? Oh, don't end it by going back to previously in the fight. Wow, it really was Ben versus Hal 2.
Yeah, what happened exactly?
Well, this matchup was incredibly complex. Given their speeds were impossible to calculate, speed alone was, ironically, somewhat of a non-factor in comparison.
I mean, pretty
Sonic
much.
and his
What
base
the hell
form
was
didn't
that?
really stand a chance against Wally. Sure, he did
That's,
seem to
what I've
survive
heard.
being launched 849,000 light years into an alien planet by a black hole imploding. However, considering he's been knocked out by far less, black holes are already imploding stars, and it seems some snow also inexplicably survived the trip. It's probably more likely the black hole acted as a sort of wormhole in its last moments and sent Sonic directly there. But if we assume Sonic was indeed blasted through space, a black hole's last moment usually results in an abrupt detonation equivalent to 5 trillion tons of TNT. Impressive, but the infinite mass punch could still deliver over 2 trillion times more power.
But Sonic's super forms were a different story. They had answers to almost all of Wally's skills. His chaos energy could replenish stolen speed, he was invincible, and he had frickin' wish powers.
Personally, I was expecting the opposite result. Against almost anybody else, Archie's version of Sonic is practically unbeatable. But across a greater percentage of possible scenarios, Wally just happens to be the exception.
He had every counter he needed too. The speed steal wouldn't stop Supersonic, but Wally still got that stolen speed for himself.
Super and Ultrasonic were essentially batteries of unlimited kinetic energy Wally could pull from. Even with their speeds being incalculable, this meant Wally could ensure he was faster.
Sorry, I'm not saying
Plus,
much. I'm
Wally
just
performed a lot
listening.
more of those incalculable speed feats than Sonic ever did, so he technically
That's
had an
fair.
experience advantage in that field.
Chaos Wish Power would be an insta-win against basically anybody, but Chaos Magic uses physical energy. And guess what? Wally could phase through reality warping energy.
And jump through time, or
Oh,
vibrate
yeah.
to a higher spatial dimension to avoid Sonic altogether. Even though he had no way to take down Sonic's super forms, Wally has proven capable of effortlessly moving and vibrating at top speeds for days on end.
So it wasn't too hard for him to just wait out the super forms and strike at the first good opportunity.
And when it came to Ultrasonic's ability
Fair
to
enough.
alter atomic structures, Wally possessed perfect control over his own individual molecules.
But hey, Sonic's the embodiment of chaos. Fate automatically bends to him or whatever.
Except Wally has broken fate a few times himself. The best example being when he ran to the end of reality and forced the concept of death itself to die.
Because Speed Force.
Simply put, Sonic's hypothesized nature as an anomaly in reality just wasn't enough protection against someone who could also break the rules of reality.
And remember, when Wally raced Barry, their speed almost tore apart the multiverse.
Both these characters understandably seem overpowered to an extreme fault, but it's important to remember that in their respective worlds, the story comes first. Sonic was impressive, improbable, inexplainable, but Wally had the power, the counters, and the speed he needed to pull ahead in this absolutely mind-bending battle.
The
The drink is kicking in.
Whiz! I ran to Jupiter! I'm a god! A speed god!
Incredible. Tell me, what cosmic insight have you learned?
Just one thing. Well, Sonic didn't know it. The writing was on the wall.
The winner is the Flash.
Well, congrats, Flash.
Thanks for watching this episode of Death Battle. Come back next week to see previews of our upcoming matchups. If you want to watch more stuff, you can click the boxes right around here, and you can always pick up some DB merch at store.roosterteeth.com.
Alright, it's the next fight that... Oh! Oh, yes! Oh, boy! Okay, so... This episode, oh my god, that fight was freaking crazy. I think that's the best way to say it. If there's anything that I gotta just bring out my whole attitude towards the death, I'll admit I'm not too big a fan on the idea of someone just like traveling back to the beginning of the fight and then just ending it there. It feels kind of cheap. I felt a similar way about Ben versus Hal. Like, I don't know, I just think having Wally, like, overpower, like, Ultrasonic, like, would have been a bit of a cooler ending. But that's just me. I mean, I don't really know what I mean at this point. That fight is just nuts. And yeah, DC's win streak continues. I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll one day find a matchup with a non-Marvel character and a DC character, and the non-Marvel character finally wins. I wouldn't put money on that, though. Anyway, I think that might be one of the most insane fights that Death Battle has done. And also just how it had to have been explained, like, Jesus. I think I'm more or less lost on stuff to say. Aside from, oh wait, no, I should also say this because I keep forgetting to. Voice acting was really good. Like, it was nice to see Nick again as Sonic. kind of sucks that he's losing again now, but he got one win in this season, so that's still a thing. And Joshua as Wally, you sounded great. I mean, both voice actors sounded good. I don't really know what else I can say on that. And oh god, the researchers for this fight, whoever they were, just, I hope after this was all done, just relax. Take a well-deserved break. Because holy fucking shit. Yeah, and next time is a fight that everybody has been anticipating. And I mean everybody because practically everybody has suggested this fight. Winter Soldier versus Red Hood. And it's being done in live action. So I am all kinds of down for that. I really like Daredevil versus Nightwing. So we're more or less going to get that again, but with guns. And really curious as to how Bucky's metal armor is going to look in that. So yeah, and that fight comes out a couple days before my birthday, so that'll be a nice little treat. And hey, who knows, maybe the next time will be a nice little birthday thing for me. I'm not saying that as in, like, you know, I just mean hopefully it'll be a matchup that gets me excited, okay? Anyway, I'm going to stop this recording, edit this, and just try not to think about the bullshit that are these two. Anyway, thanks for watching all of that stuff, and here's whatever outro is next on the lineup. Bye.
Hello loves, Tracer here. You've just watched a video by your only mate. Subscribe, like, comment and check out his other stuff. Cheers loves!